What's up, Capricorn? Let's see what the next 48 looks like for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Capricorn placement. I was hearing love hurts, love stings. Some of you guys could be coming out of a love situation, or maybe you're trying to get out of a love situation, but there's something here about your love life. You're just not as optimistic about it as you used to be. All right, you guys start off with the Tower. For the next 48, you've got the Seven of Wands, Six of Swords, and then you have the Nine of Pentacles. Look at you being single. And then you've got the Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune to the Fool. Oh, you know, the more that you stick to your guns, the more that you hold on to your convictions, the more that you continue to work on yourself and grow whatever it is you're trying to grow, whether that's you or a business, the more success you're going to see. Okay, because the cards are here. You guys are due for a new beginning in something. But again, this is about you being serious about whatever this is, right? Like, this is like someone who has for years been like, I'm quitting my job. And then it's like you finally do it. And then you're like, damn, I should have done this a long time ago. So change happens when you're willing to change, when you're open to change, okay? So I feel like with that Queen of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and the Fool, it's like, it's going to take you being serious about yourself, about your future, about the things that you want before the wheel actually starts to turn in your favor. Because there has to be a level of faith, right? That's why the Fool, they pack so light. They don't pack anything. They're like, you know what? God, source, universe is going to provide. So I'm just going to take like the bare minimum, the bare necessities. Jungle Book, anybody? And you're just going to move forward here. Okay. So again, you do have a new beginning that is trying to find you, but it's you having to take that first step of being serious about it and then moving through the motions with that. All right. With the Tower. Oh, guys. Some of you guys, you can feel a little stuck here in the next 48. Okay. Life could be happening right now. It feels like whatever this Tower moment is, it makes me feel like you're defensive, and there's a little bit of defense here, only because it's followed by the Seven of Wands. So I do feel like some of you guys have your guard up at this time, or you will in the next 48. I feel like whatever this energy is, this could be like all of a sudden just being tired, wanting to quit a job, wanting to move. Like there's something here you want to do differently, and it almost comes out of nowhere, but it's been building for quite some time. This is like you wanting to give up on a relationship. Maybe you want a divorce. Maybe you don't want to get married, right? You're engaged, something. So whatever this is, there's a change of heart in the next 48 hours that's coming in for you guys. And so I'm hearing changes with the season. So I feel like by the fall, you will either be out of this situation, but right now it's like you have to deal with it. You don't have to deal with it for that long, but it's as long as you want it to be, right? Like I said, Queen of Swords, like when you take yourself seriously or you take your actions seriously, then things can start to work in your favor. So essentially with this Tower moment, obviously you don't see this coming, but this is essentially for your highest good. So whatever happens in the next 48 hours, be open to change is what I'm hearing, okay? Like I said, there is a bit of resistance here with the Seven of Wands. A lot of you guys, you're going to be like, no, don't go. No, I want to save this. No, are you sure you want to fire me? Like, you know what I mean? Things like that. It says lions for lambs, okay? Here at the top. Now, to me, I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of Capricorns that you guys own your shit. You know what I mean? You have boss energy. I feel like you guys are you're really good at what you do. I feel like you get a lot of compliments on like your work style, the way you do things here, okay? I do feel there is a level of success that some of you guys are chasing, whether that's in a current situation that you're in or something that you're doing on the side. I do feel like you guys are blocking. There's some sort of energy here that's being blocked, okay? But I feel like that's why this Tower kind of needs to come down. So it feels like in the next 48, if any of you guys have had writer's block, if you've been having blockages on like what you want to do, where you want to go, maybe you've been in your head for some time, I feel like that Tower comes crumbling down. Because where you're like, oh, I can't do this because XYZ. It's like XYZ gets like knocked out by the universe. So it's like, cool, you hid behind that excuse for so long that now you can't. And that's what this feels like, okay? I do feel like you guys are going to be a little defensive here in the next 48 with people around you. So just be mindful of that. I do feel like, there's a possibility you could get into an argument or some sort of drama here. This is like you standing strong, standing firm on like a belief that you have, and then you're surrounded by people that do not have that same belief. So you could be feeling attacked in the next 48. But Spirit is saying to be open to what people have to say. You don't have to believe it. And remember, you can't change people's opinions, let alone their minds. Well, more importantly, you can change their opinions, you can't change their beliefs the way they can't change yours, right? So is it worth the fight? Right? So you're being asked for social awareness. Does it make sense for you to lose your mind and try to prove a point that's not going to be proven? All right. Some of you guys could be blocking someone, or someone could be blocking you in the next 48. That could cause your Tower moment, right? This could be someone you didn't think would do something like that. So again, everything's kind of coming in for your highest good. But in Capricorn fashion, you guys are moving forward, okay? There's a lot here that you guys want to move away from. A lot of you guys are thinking about just moving in general, but where do you want to go, right? What do you want to do? And again, whatever excuses you have or anything that you feel is holding you back, I feel kind of comes crumbling down. So it kind of opens up your opportunities here. Like, I guess the best way to look at it is like this. Like, if you want to start something, you want to do something, what's the one thing that's standing in your way? Now, let's for 1 second imagine that it wasn't in your life. That obstacle did not exist. What would be the first thing you did in order to facilitate this manifestation? Now do that, okay? So moving forward with the Six of Swords, I do feel that you guys are moving away from people, places, things in the past. You guys could have some sort of idea, or you're just closed off to the past. You're like, no more, I'm over it. That person didn't want me, okay. The job didn't work out, great. That the guy didn't want me, great. It didn't work out with them, great. So again, it's like all these things that you hoped would work out for you, if they're not working out, great. That's freedom. That's the opportunity for you to move in whatever direction you want to move in, okay? So I do feel you guys are going to be leaving the past in the past, especially if you've been dwelling on anything or holding on to residual energy for quite some time. I do feel like, again, you guys are just like, cool, bye. You didn't want me? Cool, bye. You know? So I'm hearing go where you're appreciated, okay? And then lastly, you do have the Nine of Pentacles. A lot of you guys are going to be having a good next 48 hours, okay? You're feeling good. Your money's looking good. Maybe you guys are losing weight. Maybe you're putting on muscle. There's something here about your physical appearance in the next 48. I'm hearing you look like money. You smell like money. So again, it's like you could be prioritizing yourself at this time where you are buying nice things. You are eating better. You are saving your money. You are being cautious about the way that you're moving these days. And I feel like that's really going to come to the surface here in the next 48. Not necessarily for other people. I feel like it will no matter what. But I think for you, I think there's a moment of realization that like you're better off just you doing you. Okay, so if you've been like, oh, well, this needs to be a group effort, or I got to make this relationship work. It's like, no, you really don't. Because at the end of the day, the Three of Swords wants to come out. You're betraying yourself. I'm hearing you could do bad all by yourself. You could do good all by yourself. So go do it. You know what I mean? So I feel like good things are coming in for you guys. Yeah, as I split the deck, you have the Ten of Pentacles. If you've been waiting for other people to get on the same page as you, stop waiting. Just do it yourself, because you're going to find yourself in a better space here in like the next 6 months than you would if you continue to wait, okay? So that's what I have for you guys. Hopefully this helps and resonates, Capricorn. I'll catch you on the next one.